Alright, hi you guys, welcome to this reading. Thank you so much for being here. I remembered how I used to do this back in the day, so I thought of doing it again, where I used the Moonology to actually see what sign I'm going to do the reading for. If you're here, then you already know, because like it'll be in the title by this point, but let's see. Alright, Spirit, let's see who's this reading going to be for. Please show me what sign this reading is going to be for. So we're getting 2 cards. Oh, I had a feeling. Okay. I had a feeling. Okay, so Sagittarius. And this also came out, so I guess they want to include that. So I'm going to use this to see what's like the overall message. Ooh, there's a card hiding. So there was a tarot card hiding in the Oracle deck, so I'll keep that. Surrender to the divine with the 2 of Wands and look at the bigger picture. Off the bat, it makes me feel like, you know, if you don't know what to do, then you don't need to make a decision. Okay. Like, because you could be needing to see something from a different perspective, a higher perspective. There could be more information that, especially with 2 full moon cards coming out, something can be coming to light or being illuminated for you in the near future. So let's see. You could be Sagittarius in any placement. Okay, if you're drawn to this reading, obviously that's fine. So let's see, what's the overall message? 2 cards again. So this is on the bottom with breathe. Your dreams need a practical plan. Look at the bigger picture. What is Sagittarius? People watching this video need to know right now, please, Spirit. The number 33, 51, 29. You could be any of these ages, or the year when you were that age could be significant to you for some people, okay? You're getting chaos and conflict. Also, this milk and honey card. So give me 1 second. I see you changing, okay? And like, you could feel like some of the changes that you're making are not necessarily because you want to, but because you had to. Like, you know, you could just really have outgrown something, Sagittarius. Like, this is giving me kind of like how when you have some type of animal or a pet that lives in some kind of like cage, right? And then when it gets to like a certain size, you have to get a bigger cage because it no longer fits in the previous cage. So this feels like that. It could be like literal. You're literally outgrowing something. Maybe your clothes, maybe where you live, maybe where you work, maybe a relationship you're in. I don't know, but it looks like you're having to make some kind of change, whether you want it to or not. Okay. There could be like, say this was like health related, you know, with the clothes reference, like you could be like making changes to your diet or your lifestyle, you know, whether you want to or not, right? Like if maybe your health has like become a concern, you could be forced to make some kind of changes. Just feels like you're making some kind of changes whether you want to or not here, Sagittarius. Okay, I feel like Spirit is wanting you to trust that something is happening for a reason. Okay. This is kind of crazy, like, ooh, I have Sagittarius in my chart. It's my moon sign, okay? But this is reminding me a little bit of, like, because I'm a massage therapist, and you can see how, like, my hands are peeling here, and so it's like, I've been a massage therapist for, like, 15, 16 years, and it's how I've always sustained myself. And it's like I'm being forced with this skin condition. I'm being forced to switch whether I want to or not, right? So it's like this could be something like that. It could definitely be health related, doesn't have to be. Okay, you're also getting this milk and honey. Oh, I like that. You know, Sagittarius, and again, of course, it makes a lot of sense because you're ruled by Jupiter, okay? So, like, this is about optimism. I feel like you have this thing. It's like the thing with my hands, like I could be really upset and be like, oh my God, why is this happening? But instead, it's like I have an inner knowing and understanding that everything happens for me. I know that I'm only being pushed away from something, out of a comfort zone, out of something I'm familiar with, because it will align me with something greater, with something better, with something that I'm really meant for. Like I said, I've been doing this thing for 15 or 16 years. This problem has only started to develop really over the past few years, long enough for me to know that it's time for me to move on to something else, right? And I've been resisting, and the problem only continues to worsen. So that's what this is giving. But I feel like you, because you're so optimistic, I feel like you understand that whatever changes you're having to make are beneficial to you, even if they're uncomfortable, or even if you didn't necessarily want to make them. I feel like you're just making the best out of a situation. I feel like you're very connected. I mean, obviously you're here, right? I feel like you're very connected to your spirit guides, to your ancestors, whatever energies you work with, venerate, pray to, connect to, whatever it is. I feel like it's very, your connection there is very strong. I feel like it's very prevalent in your life. I feel like this energy is very strong around you, okay? With this rainbow, I do feel like you could be a reader yourself, honestly, watching this, or you definitely are somebody who I feel like receives downloads from spirit or is tapped into other realms in some kind of way. Okay. Sagittarius, you could feel, like a really special person, honestly, and you are. You could feel like a really special person, like it's like we're kind of regardless of what's going on in your life, right? Even if there is chaos, even if there is conflict, even if there are issues, it's like you still like wake up glad to be yourself. You're like, oh, well, at least I'm me. Like, at least I'm still a bad bitch, or at least I'm still that guy, or whatever, like, so that's really good. So let's see what else is going to come out. You also was getting this. You could have Taurus in your chart possibly. Okay, but it says that your dreams need a practical plan, and that can be why, that could be why you're feeling like, you're needing to go a new direction, but you're considering your options right now. Yeah, hold your vision is in the reverse here, and bring love into the situation. I feel like you've made the best out of something for as long as you can. Okay. Wow. Come through, spirit. You can't make this shit up. Don't let your past hold you back here. Withhold your vision in the reverse. Okay. It's like you're feeling like, for some of you, especially if you have Capricorn in your chart, okay, or some other type of energy that makes you very dedicated and makes you really like not want to give up on something, especially when you've already invested a lot of time or energy. And you having invested a lot of time and energy in something can be what is like causing you resistance or preventing you from wanting to move towards something else. But I feel like that's not a standard. Wow, it's crazy because I'm looking at something across the room and it says standards. It says care, standards, difference, respect, empower. There's this bag I'm reading over there. So I feel like, you hold yourself to a high standard, and that's okay. And I feel like you switching careers or you switching paths, like it's no reflection of your integrity, right? It's like you feel like you're lacking integrity if you give up on something, and I don't feel like that is the case. I feel like spirit guide is coming through to say to take the path of least resistance. If something has been really hard or something's been a fight, it's like me with my hands, you know, I take some time off, let them heal, I go back, it's right back to the same thing. You know, it's like spirit is asking you to let something happen, to not fight the grain, to go against the grain, go against the current. All right, so let's find out what else do you need to know. Please, spirit messages for Sagittarius. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Okay, I love you so much. Eight of Pentacles. You're a diligent person. You're a hard worker. Okay, there's that Capricorn energy again. I know that's for somebody. You're a diligent person. You're a hard worker. I feel like you've given something your all, Sagittarius. I feel like you continue to put effort into something no matter what. I just see you not giving up here. The Ten of Swords. Wow, Ten of Wands there. Yeah, I'm hearing if something ain't broke, don't fix it. But something is broken, okay? You know what they're showing me, Sagittarius, is like you could be the type of person too where it's like you'll you'll ride it till the wheels fall off on some shit, like if that makes sense. Like I just feel like, and also too, it's like if something breaks of yours, like you'll fix it you'll go do everything to try to fix it yourself before you'll like hire someone else or buy a new one, or like you'll try to fix things before you just replace it. Okay, so I do see that, how you're like that. It's like it just like it's like it almost kills you to like give up on something that you've been working on, or that you feel like you could fix it, right? But it just feels like there's no fixing something. Clarify the Ten of Swords for us, please. Okay. Getting the Strength card here. Ace of Swords. Page of Cups. I would have filmed this so you guys could see the cards, but I don't have my tripod with me right now, unfortunately. Okay. I feel like the thing I was saying about my hands, right? Like I take time off, let them heal up, go back, and it's right back to the same thing. Like that could have resonated, I feel like, about whatever this situation is that Spirit's referring to for you. Okay, because it feels like you keep thinking something is fixed or something is going to be better, and then you end up, you know, having to fix it again. Go back to the drawing board. Because I feel like you just have a soft spot for someone or something, okay? Like, I don't know. This could literally, like, this is giving me an example of, like, I don't know, like, say your grandmom, like, left you her favorite armchair. And it's, like, fallen. My grandma used to have an armchair. She, like, lived in that thing. She would sleep in it all night sometimes, like just wake up and start the day right from her recliner. Say your grandmother like gifted you a recliner like that, and it's like completely fallen apart, and it's just like, it's time to get a new, everybody's like, are you going to get rid of that recliner? Like that thing is like the arms falling off, and the, you know, the leg part doesn't even work anymore, and it's like you just can't, because you, like, your grandma gave it to you, you know, and you just love whatever this thing is. So there's something like that here, Sagittarius, where it feels like because of your affinity for someone or something, or because you have a soft spot, it's hard to accept defeat, or it's hard to accept that it's time to let something go, or something is broken beyond repair. All right. So that's what I feel. Let's get what, ooh, okay. Wow. I was going to say, let's actually get one more message. So 310 Sagittarius is crazy. 10, 10, 10 here, with the Ace of Swords. So this is definitely about new life, a new beginning. Okay. You're getting the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. I see you achieving everything that you have set out for, Sagittarius, even if it's not in the way that you thought that it would be, if that makes sense, right? like say you wanted to manifest this 10 of Pentacles, you still are, but maybe it's just through a different job, right? You wanted this 10 of Cups, you're still manifesting it, but maybe it's just with a different person, right? Or whatever the case is here. So let's get a final message. I'm going to use, I guess I'm going to use this one. All right. Final message for Sagittarius, please, Spirit. Thank you so much. This is for Sagittarius. What else do they need to know right now the most, please, Spirit? Oh, not 3. All right, I'm gonna start getting my readings out more, I promise. I see the Spirit Guide is trying to communicate a lot of things to you, Sagittarius. I am, you know, taking personal readings right now, so if you do need a personal reading, you can reach out to me. Okay. So let's see. What else does Sagittarius need to know right now for those watching, those resonating with this? Oh my gosh. What does Sagittarius need to know the most right now, Spirit? I'm going to pull a card from the other deck too. Okay. What does Sagittarius need to know? All right, getting the visionary here. I did say somebody else watching this could also be another reader. Or I feel like regardless, Sagittarius, it's the 9th house, okay? Whether you're actual spiritual practitioner or not, you still have a really heightened level of spiritual knowledge, okay? More than an average person, more than the people that you might interact with on a day-to-day basis, okay? So Sagittarius, I feel like you kind of are like, what I'm getting off of this is like you're up on game. Like I feel like you're ahead of the game, or you're up on game. I feel like because you watch readings, I feel like because you follow your astrology, I feel like it makes a lot of sense, because it feels like even if everything feels chaotic or there's a lot of changes happening, I feel like you're so tapped in, like you know that it's just a catalyst to something better. Okay, so let's go. All right, let's get one final message. It's crazy. Come on now. This is 2 different decks. This is coming out, Sagittarius. The South Node. Don't let the past hold you back, all right? What else does Sagittarius need to know right now the most? Tension. So again, the message is starting to repeat, that's how I also know when we're going to wrap up, when the message starts to repeat. Okay, you could feel, so this might not be for everybody, but you could feel like you and someone else, or maybe this doesn't have to be another person, but it's like you and someone or something are so closely intertwined that it is almost impossible to separate, or it's going to be very difficult. You know, especially if you've spent a lot of time or energy with someone or on something, you could feel like you don't even know where you end and this other person begins, or this other thing begins, right? Like you have just gotten so intertwined with this other thing that is going to be difficult to separate. This is reminding me of a movie that I watched really recently called Together, where this couple actually like gets fused together, like in the same body. Okay, this is reminding me of that. So, and then you have change on the bottom. So this is exactly what I've been saying from the beginning, like some type of change being forced here, even if it's very difficult. But I feel like you got this, Sagittarius, because I feel like I said you have a heightened spiritual knowledge, you have intellect, you have an inner knowing that everything that's happening is only to align you with what's really meant for you, or something's only a catalyst to change, right? Like say, like, you get it. Okay, so I'm gonna just leave this right there so I don't get long-winded. I love you guys so much. I hope that this reading is helpful to whoever watches it. I hope you take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.